I am very excited to get into this episode with Kim Congdon and Sara Weinshenk. I gotta say, I laughed more in this episode than I have in a lot of episodes, so I think you guys will enjoy that very much. I appreciate you guys liking, commenting, subscribing, and reviewing on iTunes, and all that stuff helps. I appreciate you guys. Go to jeremiahwatkins.com to check out my new merch. Get some Saks hats, get some Jeremiah Wonders tees, like something that I'm sporting right now on my website. And any tour dates that are there are up there as well. And you can actually pre-order my special, my 1-hour debut stand-up special, Family Reunion, right now on my website, jeremiahwatkins.com. I can't wait for you guys to see that. And there's also an audio album coming out with that as well. There's nothing else that I want to tell you guys about other than I love you, and I can't wait for you to listen or watch this episode with Kim Congdon and Sara Weinshenk right now on Jeremiah Wonders. We're doing it.
This is everything.
Yeah, Kim rolled up on a freaking scooter and
a Vespa.
Sorry, a Vespa, and it made my day.
It's not a Vespa.
Is Vespa
what's the difference between a scooter and a Vespa?
Vespa's a brand.
Is it?
Oh, it's
Bitch,
kind of like the
Vespa
Kleenex.
is a brand, and that
Okay,
is
but
not a
it's like-
Vespa. That's a faux Vespa. Okay.
Okay, but it's like saying I used whiteout, and you're like, that's technically not whiteout because it's not the brand whiteout.
That's Office Depot's whiteout.
Right.
Yeah,
That's white more.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's whiteout. We all know. Xerox is
I
a
use
Xerox.
only all white. That's what I use. I just I white out the words.
Well, you're the one that keeps clarifying that it's a Vespa.
Okay, because when I say scooter, I was like, hey, I'm going to take a scooter.
Oh,
and you
yeah,
went,
yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a ride back. And everyone thinks it's those bird things.
Oh, like the
Yeah.
razor.
Yes.
kind.
You
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
bad.
You do feel bad for
And then
somebody.
when she's like, it's a Vespa, I'm like, I feel way less bad.
You're
I'll
like-
meet you there, bitch.
This bitch called me 9 minutes before this podcast started and said, you know what? I'm not picking. She didn't even call me and let me know. She just texted me and said, meet you there. 9 minutes before. Who does that when they're like, oh, I'll
They
pick
were
you up?
in the text chain. There was kind of some shade being thrown. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I said, Jeremiah, I'm going to be late because Sarah told me 9 minutes ago she wasn't getting me.
And then
I mean, that is a little bit of an inconvenience.
That's so annoying.
it's so annoying, but to be fair,
I didn't prep my hair. Okay, so let me just tell you, there's a lot that goes in when you're going to ride a Vespa. You have to do your hair a certain way. You have to put a certain outfit. I have to put pants on now. I have to do a whole thing. Like, I have to do a whole wardrobe change. I have to go and lock it in the thing.
So were you
the
just
alarm
like
goes
in a
off.
garbage? Oh, you're in a black garbage bag before the show. You're like, Jeremiah, I can't wear this on the show. I can't wear my black garbage bag. Okay, let me change it on some black sweatpants instead. I'll hop on the Vespa and head the way to the studio.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you for saying Vespa.
Sorry,
You've already trained me.
It's
I'm
not
already
a
learning.
Vespa, it's a scooter.
But yeah, there was a little shade thrown in the chat. I had to throw it at her. Sarah knows I fucking hate being late. I'm not late to any. If I'm on my own time, I'm 5 minutes early
I will
to
say
everything.
That's true. And I've been turning over a new leaf. I've been
She is
mostly
not.
on time.
She
Do
is
you-
not.
do the
We've
two
hung
of
out.
you-
We've hung out 3 times. She's been late to all 3 of the things we hung out.
Do the
At
two of
least
you
30
own
minutes.
it when you are late? Do you
Yeah,
own
I
it, or
apologize.
do you
She apologizes
Okay.
after she shows up, though. That I don't mind someone being late. I like to know. Oh, I
know
have
what?
30 extra minutes. I'll clean my apartment. I like to take advantage. But if I'm just waiting around looking out the window and then someone doesn't come for 45 minutes, I'm like, that was 45 minutes you took away from the maybe 80 years I have left. When you do it,
You
like
don't
that,
have
you're
80,
like, bro.
sis.
I don't want to be that person to tell you about it.
You don't have 80,
I
bitch.
will tell you. I don't think you have 80.
I'm living
years
to
left.
122, so I don't know. Mind your business.
I just don't think that you're going to make it that long.
That's rude.
I'm not riding a
think so.
scooter around. She's like, I'm going to live to 122.
It's my 121st birthday.
I'll invite you to it. You probably won't be here, but I'll be there.
No, I definitely won't be here because men die sooner than women do.
Is that true?
Yes.
I'll be here fighting
Did you
with
know
her.
that? Did you know that men statistically die quicker than women
Yeah,
do?
they drop like flies. That's why whenever my dad goes into the retirement home to visit my grandma, all the old ladies hit on him.
Oh, they're horny.
He's like
in
fresh
retirement.
meat.
Oh, yeah.
They're so horny.
Ooh, did somebody put the Lunchables out today? Hello.
My mom was a caregiver, and the guy that she was taking care of, he got kicked out of, like, they go to like daycare sometimes too, like day camps, and he got kicked out because they walked in and he was going down on another lady, and she was like so old, she like kind of didn't know what it was going on, and she was like, it wasn't my fault. He made me shower first.
Oh.
What?
And I was like, that is so like to be old and be like, you gotta wash first still. I'm like, I didn't even realize they had a sense of smell.
No, you've been around the block a few thousand times at that point where you're like, listen, you old and crusty girl, you gotta get clean in ASAP. Especially if you want me to toss that salad, because that is a little bit of an expired salad.
Right.
It's been sitting in that fridge for a while.
Right. Tastes
Ew.
like
That dressing, ooh, that balsamic vinaigrette's a little zingy today.
Ugh,
Why
balsamic.
does your pussy taste like rye bread?
Ew. I love rye bread.
Is this sourdough or just what is this?
I would eat rye bread, puss.
Yeah?
You heard it here. I love rye.
Exclusive.
Some would say she's a rye or die.
Whoa. Okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, Kim and I fight like siblings.
No, I kind of love the chemistry that right off the bat it was like to the tens just.
We also showed up at the exact same time. My car and the Vespa met
Oh no,
like this.
it was a sitcom. I walked out. There's a gate outside the studio, and they're like, "Bitch, you go first." No, you go. And they're like, Kim is like going back and forth, like it's not strong
Because
enough.
the shit's
to
heavy,
stay
and you know what? The
consistent.
brakes aren't good on it. I have to like squeeze.
Another
the
reason
fucking
you're
brakes.
not living to 122.
Stop putting this on me. Because
Okay.
guess what? You guys are gonna have to play this back when I die on my Vespa. And be
Don't
like,
say that. It's a scooter. We're fine. Everything's
Leave your
good.
comments below. Is it a Vespa or is it a scooter? The great debate of 2020.
and if you have money, buy me a car.
What is okay? Being women, what is the nicest thing that a guy has bought for you that you're like, I'll take this, or something maybe even that was too expensive that you're like, I don't feel comfortable taking this.
A couple years
this.
rent.
A couple
What?
years rent.
What?
Luis J. Gomez. Oh, he hooked it up, dude. Lewis, listen, let me tell you something about Lewis. Horrible boyfriend.
Okay.
Just fucking don't ever date him. He is the worst boyfriend. If you're thinking about it and you're out there, I'm not saying this from a jealousy standpoint. I'll give you his number, but I'll tell you I told you so. Worst boyfriend, but but he'll spoil the fuck out of you.
On the real, I love you, doggy.
That's just like
He will. Yeah, dude, he bought me everything I wanted. Anything.
Really?
Yeah, I would eat out 3 times a day. He paid for my rent. I would just text him and be like, I want to go shopping today, and he'd give me some money. Like, he's like a real deal sugar daddy.
Lewis, are you single? Okay.
I'm asking the same thing, Lewis.
I'm making some changes in my life right now.
I just need like 6 more months of therapy, and then I think I could jump in for like 7 more months.
yeah. You just need a whole reset.
I need a reset and then
to
damage.
recover from the trauma.
Right, it's like when you clean jewelry and you know it's going to get dirty again.
he is your no trust fund.
That's amazing.
That's great.
No,
Wow, a couple years rent. Shank. I always bounce back from calling you Sarah. I call you Shank.
it's fine. We like it.
I call her fucking, why aren't you here
Hey,
yet?
bitch, listen. Every time I'm the worst. A guy will buy me like split a meal with me. I'll be like, Kim,
Oh, yeah.
Kim,
Sarah-
he bought half my meal.
No, Sarah will call me. The standard that she has for
It's
men
so low.
taking care of her
So low.
is so bad. She'll call me and she'll be like, this guy bought me a rock. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, but it's like a special rock. And it's literally a rock from the dirt.
That's
And it's
not
like
true.
someone she's been with for like 18 years.
like sprinkled their own
her
glitter on
childhood
it?
love.
No, it'll be like, what is something that I did say? I'll be like, you read the script that I sent.
Right.
And he gave me notes.
Right.
She'll be like,
She'll
yeah,
be
well,
like,
you're
he tagged
fucking
my
him.
joke.
That's a big commitment. If
That's what
somebody
I'm
reads
saying.
a script, I will say that. Like some people are chill about it, but some people are like, oh, you're gonna owe me after this. Like if
Yeah.
I have them read something of mine, I'm like, I don't know if this is actually worth it. Maybe it'll just sit on a shelf forever. Never mind. This is too big of an ask just for me to ask you to read this.
There was one time I was I volunteered to like help out at just like a fun sketch shoot with the wife of one of the CEOs at Comedy Central. And I had my sketch, my our thing that we wrote, our half full thing in my backpack, like the script. And I was so close to just leaving it on his toilet with the words "do not read" on it. And I was like, is this a power move or the stupidest thing ever? And I put it on there and then I took it back. And I was like, no, it's weird to even be in his bathroom. I'm going to go.
Yeah, because then you might be like labeled as the serial killer psychopath.
I left it like under his pillow, but I thought the toilet was a good place above the toilet where the books were.
You leave it in the background. Like it's not on his mirror, but he sees something in the corner of his bathroom. He's like, what is that?
It's like a movie where he opens the mirror and he closes it, and I'm behind him with the script.
Put it on the windshield.
Yeah, me and Sarah made some bad moves on that end.
No, I know what you're gonna say.
Yes! Oh
Don't
my God.
do it.
Don't do it.
Oh, I want to know so
It's funny
badly.
because you already
We
know.
know.
Our most embarrassing moment together, you witnessed.
You witnessed.
And we talk about it
All the time.
Look, she's stopping me with her hands. From
All the
thing.
time. Don't bring it up.
Please,
You were the only person who saw it.
Please, you have to tell me then.
Kim, I hate you so much.
Please, you have to tell me.
You're gonna tell him, aren't you?
I don't know, dude. It's bad.
And I was there though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you should tell me then, because if I'm there, then it doesn't
Well, it's
matter.
not just you, buddy. It's
Now I have to know. Now I'm like so curious. I'm like trying to
Look
to
at her.
put back
She's
in all the
she,
memories.
I'm like,
Just so you
I'm
know,
gonna kill this
she's
bitch.
giving me the look that like when you ask your mom for candy when she's checking out. She's giving me that look.
Or like when your mom's pissed off at you and you have a friend over.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
I'm like, you're losing all your privileges.
So yeah, I guess we should just say it.
You better.
Okay.
You're the one who leaked it, you
So,
dumb slut.
The same.
I'm so glad you took the scooter here.
I'm gonna have to shamefully scoot home after this. That same script that me and Sarah were really trying to get out there. We really believed in which we still do.
We still believe in the
Let
script.
me tell
Check
you
it
right
out.
now. This shit we wrote. Check it out. We'll email it
This
to you.
memory is coming back to me. Keep going.
No! Jeremiah, no, please. Do we have to?
Yes, you have to now.
I regret it, Sarah.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you.
Oh, God.
I will own this. This is how determined we were. Kim and I wrote a web series called Half Full.
Which is really good.
Check it out on YouTube. Half Full.
If you guys...
This is so
I
bad.
completely blocked this out of my head by the way, until you started giving me little hints and
It
keep
was
going,
bad,
though.
right?
I'll give you my opinion after you tell.
No, I can't.
Kim,
I want to...
we're making it worse. You know what I mean?
upset.
You're
No.
like, it's like you're like talking to your friend. You're like, I gained weight. How much weight? I'm not going to tell you. It's like, bitch, just tell me you gained 10 pounds. Cool. It's the same thing. We're making it worse.
Except we gained 100 in this situation.
Yeah, we lost. Yeah. Anyways, so what happened was Kim and I had this powerful script that we believed in called Half Full.
And we still believe it.
And we still believe in it. And so we went to the Hollywood Improv.
No. Before we did that,
What did we do?
We were like, we need to get this script out there. We need to find. It's even worse than just showing up because we don't hang out at the Hollywood Improv. We were there
Oh,
for a
why are you
reason.
making this worse?
We were like, we need to get this script out there. We need eyes on it. You know what I mean? It was we were also a few years into stand-up. This is our first project we worked on together. And it's like, you get excited. You think that your first thing you write is going to be the show that becomes a TV show.
It should
You
be a show.
every comic thinks that, by the way.
Right.
Every comic, the first
Delusional.
project that you complete, you're like, this is it.
Well, we're still delusional because we completed multiple other ones. And we're like, that one's the good one.
No, we always think that.
Oh, okay, good.
No. Every single one of you are like, nah, this is the one.
Right.
Yeah.
So we were
Yeah.
feeling like that.
Sure.
And we're like, we need to get it on some good hands. We need to get some comics to read. We sent it out to a few people that gave us some good notes, and we were feeling good about it. And Sarah's like, you know who would be good?
Don't blame. Why are you blaming
Because
me?
you thought of him. You thought I
that
remember
does
this
sound like something I would say.
whole- She goes, we should pitch it to Judd Apatow. I know you remember now, Jeremiah.
In the
First
Hollywood
of all,
Improv parking lot.
I want to say this right now. Do you cut the show after? Who cuts it?
My buddy Gage.
Is this live?
Gage?
This is the show, yeah.
Do not make this the clip. I'm not going to repost it.
All right.
Make it the clip. This is the clip.
No,
We're in a pandemic. It doesn't matter, Kim. We embarrass ourselves when we were free and
if
we
you're
could go out
watching
into
the
the world.
episode and this is the clip, don't watch it.
By the way, Judd is watching this right now. Judd is like, oh, what did they have to say? I don't remember
Oh,
this.
Judd, you're watching this? I got a really good project for you.
It's about two sisters, half sisters,
And
right?
this is how you actually sell it, is the retelling of the...
Oh God, genius. So we're like, let's get into Judd Apatow's hand. So we look up his schedule.
Did we look up his schedule?
We looked up his schedule and we're like, he's going to be at the Hollywood Improv tonight.
It's called determination.
It is. This is hard work.
Judd, I hope you're enjoying this.
Not everyone makes it.
Not everyone's this thirsty.
And we didn't either, but I'm just saying not everyone makes it in general.
we were not
It's
just
a blanket statement.
we were not just thirsty, we were dehydrated.
Yeah, no, it was bad. So we show up to the Improv and we're like, you know when a coach is talking to the football team before like the big game?
Oh my God.
His
Kim,
wife just died.
You're
and he's
retelling
like, this is
of
for my
it?
wife who's dying.
So
like,
you're
we're
outside the Improv pacing back and forth.
Yes.
pacing, and
Yeah.
we also prepared. Like we have the thing.
Your elevator pitch.
We
You
have
have
we have
headphones
it
for
ready
Judd?
to press play. There's no unlocking the phone. We've unlocked our phone, so there's no seconds. Like the second we get his attention, we're gonna.
So you're.
God, I'm seeing.
No, this is great.
I'm looking at your eyes
This
and
is great.
remembering the moment you saw this happen.
We
and
talk
it's
about it all the time.
giving me
anxiety.
Sometimes we'll be like, "How does
How's
Jeremiah
Jeremiah?
even talk to us?"
Yeah, we say that all the
I'm a
time.
forgiving person. Okay.
You've probably seen a lot.
I've seen a lot. Out here.
So we've got it ready. We have a chair. We brought a chair. We even got
Judd,
down,
take a
down to
seat.
the details where we got headphones like this because we knew he wouldn't put in the ear ones.
Right, because it'd be it's like a Venice Beach thing, like a
Yeah.
rapper coming up to you like, "Hey, listen to my tracks." It's like, I don't want to put your earbuds inside my ear.
Right, we're not sharing underwear, head
Right.
underwear right now.
Yeah.
And so we brought out, and then he comes out, and we're like, okay, this is the moment. This is the moment.
I have such bad PTSD from
Sarah,
this.
can you take over? Because I don't think my mouth
I don't
can
know.
physically move
I don't know what
anymore.
happens. I can't even
getting
look
like-
at Jeremiah.
it's
Okay, here.
This is-
I'm not going to look at you. You keep telling
we
me.
can't
this-
even look at Jeremiah.
Okay, here.
Okay,
I'll look this
let's
way.
talk to each other.
Okay.
So what happened that day? I'm your therapist.
Honestly, I blacked out. So I remember we confront Judd, and Judd's like about to do a set, and he's like, "Show me when I get off stage." And we're like, "Okay." So he gets off stage, and then he comes out, and
And he was for sure like, they're probably going to be gone after this. You know what I mean?
He's in the parking lot. We get him in the parking lot. We get him in a chair. We have a
Corner
computer.
him. We literally corner him.
We show him the trailer to our show.
We go, we thought of this really cool show. We have a trailer for it. We'd love for you guys for you to watch it.
Press play. He goes, "Great, make more." And then he gets up and leaves.
Well, he was very, very, very nice. And he did watch the whole thing silently. And that's when Jeremiah walks up as Judd sitting with his headphones watching our stupid thing.
oh,
And then he goes, "That's awesome. Keep making more." And we're like, "But can we have your email?" And then he did give us his email.
he gave us his assistant's email who never wrote back.
who never wrote back.
But that was nice that he even gave the email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I can never see Judd Apatow again.
We talk about this.
Unless he wants that show again, because I heard that you're watching. And
We talk
it's a really
about
good
this.
show about two girls who
There's a role
realize
for you,
they're
Jeremiah.
half sisters, and one's rich and one's poor, and one's Jewish and one's not.
That being said,
What did you just say?
Judd Apatow just starts calling. He's like, "I heard you on Jeremiah's live."
Yeah.
This was live.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah, I
man.
actually, as soon as you started painting that picture, I remember that night. I don't remember if I talked to Judd after that or not that night, but
I think you did.
remember. I think I just was. It was very like it was like we were just in passing because I was like going inside, and I knew what had happened. I knew what had happened.
I hate this
in
story.
under 5 seconds of literally because I caught the whole tail end of the conversation of you girls asking for his email and stuff.
No.
And I knew that you had just pitched him
A show.
something.
in the parking lot of the Improv.
Yeah. And,
What did you think?
What was my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I think it was
Were you like, these girls are idiots?
I don't think I thought that. I think I was just more like ballsy move.
It was ballsy.
I more thought of like, wow, I don't know if I would do that.
Also, just so everybody knows, Jeremiah's a really nice guy. In his world, that is the way to be like, you guys are dumb bitches.
Yeah, for sure. If this wasn't Jeremiah, he'd be like, "You guys are dumb bitches." Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
I know exactly what that statement meant.
We both know, and we think about this. The worst part about this is Kim and I will just text her. Like, we will just text each other. Like, remember when we pitched Judd Apatow, and then she'll just write back. I'll text her that, and she'll just write back, "Stop."
And
with
then I'll write back, "Jeremiah saw." Like, it's been
All
for
the
years
time.
we've been writing this to each other, Jeremiah. At least once a month for years.
Jeremiah was a cuck in our pitch.
Yo, Jeremiah, these bitches is dumb.
Wow, who was that? Barry White?
How do you do that?
Oh.
Do I? Hi.
No, I
just changed my
think
voice.
that you girls were completely fine, and I wouldn't worry at all what other people think.
I can't believe you're being nice to them like that right now. I mean, you could just tell them to their faces. They're right in front of you what you really thought of the situation.
That's not Barry White. That's actually Judd Apatow's conscience.
Oh man.
He's calling into the show.
How do you do that? Talk like a different person.
Yeah, you
So-
get yourself voices. We're over here with our own.
Hello.
There you go. Here, it's this mic.
Hi.
Whoa.
I like it. Whoa. I want to get in on this. Wait a minute. We started. I can get a really deep voice. You want to hear?
Yeah,
Yo,
That was not that.
that's pretty low.
yo,
Let me see.
yo.
How about in here?
Yo, that's pretty good.
Yo.
Let's hear your highest voiced.
My highest voice, it's pretty freaking high up there.
Let's hear it. Say yo. Whoa, Jeremiah with the whistle tones.
You sound like a mouse almost.
You're lower than him.
I'm higher. I want to be higher than Jeremiah. Oh, this is definitely higher than when
This is good for the audio listeners.
It's really
They
good. They're
probably
really enjoying.
love
They
this.
love the Judd Apatow story, and then just immediately clawing their own eardrums out.
Yeah, the Judd Apatow. Oh,
I'm actually. This is very cathartic for all of our relationships.
I know. It's
That
like
we-
therapy.
I'm glad that we said it. You know,
I'm really glad you shared it too, because it's something that this is something also that I've learned about being a comedian over the years. Is so when did this happen exactly? How many years ago?
at least 4 or 5.
No, it's more. Please, it's more, Kim. It's like
gotta
six.
be more. It's
5
gotta
or
be
6,
more.
It's like
maybe?
6 or
Yeah.
7.
This is something that I realized that I think comedians listening will be able
It feels
to
like yesterday.
relate to this as well. I have put my foot in my mouth so many times, and you think, or I've done something stupid around comics who have been out here longer or something like that, or maybe you respect, or I've done it to people who I've even looked up to where I've made a complete fool of myself. And what I've realized is they 95% of the time, sometimes even 98% of the time, have
Don't
no
remember.
recollection that you blew that up in your head as a bigger moment
Totally.
than somebody else. And like, because you'll sometimes say something like you'll try to be riffing with a comic who's like your superior or class is way ahead of you. And because you just want to be a part of it and you just want to feel like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, right? And you'll say something and then they'll give you like a little weird look or something. And then you'll dwell on that for like
years.
forever. And you're like, and then you'll bring it up to them later on. They're like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
And then you dwell on that. You're like, oh God, he thinks I'm a loser because I've been holding on
Yeah.
to the
now I'm not memorable. What's happening?
Yeah. What is that? It's
Well,
like the narcissistic mind of a
it- it
comedian.
definitely
Someone
is.
said
It
one
definitely
time,
is.
like, nobody cares about what you did as much as you did it.
Yeah.
Like, nobody cares. Like, people are always just worried. People are only worried about
Themselves.
that person that you did. Judd Apatow is probably worried about something he did to someone higher up in
Oh,
his
for
life.
sure. For
you know
sure.
what I mean? Like, he's not thinking about me and you, or maybe he is. It'd be funny if he put it into a movie, like the stupid thing we did, and it haunted us for life.
It's so.
Like that pitch happens like in, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be so good.
Ugh.
I wonder, how can we get this clip out to him?
Sure.
Hey, look
I'll
up
tag
his
him.
tour date.
Yeah, yeah.
And
We'll meet
just
you in
put
the
this-
parking lot.
We'll meet you in the lot, Judd.
Let's see.
Yeah, you can play around the different presets. That's a singing one.
Woo. Oh, so if I feel like singing. What? That is.
It's super fun.
I can't even think of a song. I got so excited. Judd Apatow, pick up our show. We need some money.
No.
I can drive a car, not a
This is getting worse again.
This is getting really bad. We're like, we'll tell you about our most embarrassing moment, and then
Yeah.
we just relive the
And then
whole
we're like,
moment.
and then we're gonna double down on that moment.
Can you cut a
and
clip of
expound upon
the
it.
Judd Apatow pick up our show song? I need to send that to someone.
It's actually we're gonna make it your ringtone, and then we'll send it to Judd as well.
Sorry, but
I hate even seeing his movies. I hate seeing his name.
You're shell shocked that much from
Dude,
Yes.
I literally stopped being a fan of him. I stopped
We
liking
stopped.
him after that because it hurt me so bad. I was like, I can't like him anymore.
we We have PTSD, Jeremiah, and I'm like, honestly, I fluctuate between being pissed off at her for bringing up this story and then also relieved that it's finally behind us. But let's just leave it in the past, Kim, and move on to a brighter future.
I bet if Judd Apatow saw this clip of this podcast that he would comment, "Don't worry, like don't be so inside your head."
Everyone that's listening to this podcast right now, go and tag Judd.
No.
Listen, I'm not kidding. We need this to get behind us. We need to put it behind us. Everyone go and tag Judd.
Don't do it.
And tell him that something crazy happened and he needs to check this out. Give him the timestamps. Do what you got to do to get him over here. Maybe send him the little song portion I did. I think that'll do it.
Sure. But I think I can almost bet you $1 billion that he would comment and say something like, "Don't sweat it. Happens all the time."
Oh God. Then I'd be like, we're like everyone else.
And then she's in her head about that.
And then he's like,
These bitches is psycho. I gotta get out of here immediately.
What is rhythm chop?
they're like, yeah, that's like a weird one.
You know what that sounds like? Have you seen the documentary? Where the girl gets kidnapped by that guy and then the aliens.
That could be literally anything.
This girl in a really regular family. This family friend starts hanging out and like grooming her, and then he kidnaps her, and then they find her, and then the parents eventually let her go with him again because he was like, I didn't mean to kidnap her the first time.
Yeah,
it was just like by accident. We ran out of gas in another town.
Wasn't the guy also having intercourse with the dad as well?
Well, then yes. Okay, so he kidnapped the daughter like twice, and then he started and then one day he started fucking the mom first.
What are you guys talking about?
This documentary on Netflix, this kidnapper who kidnapped this little girl.
What if we're like, it's this documentary on Pornhub.
Then he starts fucking the mom after she knows that he kidnapped her daughter, and the mom starts falling in love with him. And then in order to like calm that down, he started jacking off the dad. Mm-hmm. And then he kidnapped the daughter again and started playing.
And this is like a religious
sounds.
family, by the way.
Oh yes, and started playing alien sounds like in her ear at night, and convinced the daughter that they were from aliens and that they were supposed to breed. It was a crazy thing. Anyways, he kidnapped this girl 4 times, and this audio. Where'd it go?
Turned it off.
Oh God, there's no find.
Oh, wow, you found it quick. It sounded like this. We're gonna breed tomorrow. I jerked off your dad.
But he wasn't that straightforward. He would never say like, I jerked off your dad and stuff. But it was like little messages.
And she would sleep to it at night.
Yeah.
And she was like,
it was very scary.
It was weird. Also, I was like, what's going on with this family?
No.
I think there's more to the story.
There's gotta be more. If the dad was getting jerked off, it got to that level and that made it into the documentary. There's stuff that they're hiding that they're like, oh, I'm not comfortable sharing that.
In the documentary, the dad's like, I just don't know how we got here. It's like your daughter's kidnapped, your wife's been fucked.
You're coming in your khakis. I don't know what's happening right now. There's a dude jerking you off. You just had sex with your wife. Now he's having sex with your daughter. What's wrong with you?
There's aliens.
You're the head of a Christian household here. How did we get here?
Come in your khakis. Come in your khakis. There's come in your khakis. That's a little wacky.
That's exactly what she fell asleep to every night.
Okay, whoever's listening to this or watching this, we can all agree we're having the same nightmare tonight. It's going to be a wet dream. It's going to be uncomfortable. We're not going to enjoy it. Just come in your khakis.
Come in your khakis. Come on, Jeremiah. Come in your khakis.
Come in your khakis. Come in your khakis.
Yeah, that's a little wacky. There's a little too much cum in your khakis.
I said she came in my khakis and I
Wow, you two really bring out a really good side of each other. It's very true.
Oh, thank you. I think we work well together.
You do.
We do.
I mean, I gotta say, Shank, this is probably the most I've seen you like
play. Yeah.
And it's really refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More with her.
I tell Sarah all the time that this is what I want to see you all the time. This is your funniest.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Whenever you're playing
great.
like this.
I love it. It's literally
singing
like
about coming in khakis.
I've done so many shows with you girls over the years, like whether it's stand-up shows through Death Squad stuff
Hundreds,
or Kill Tony.
probably.
Like there's so many, but like it's so funny. Like I've literally known you for years, even done your podcast and just your energy together. I mean, people bring it out of each other in different ways. There's certain comics that like people say like Jamar and I, like we have that silly thing that we're like, we go balls to the wall crazy around each other, but it's like, it's really cool to see.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We give good pod together. We do.
Why'd you say it like that?
I think it's just stupid and funny.
yeah,
Someone's
the
about
most-
to start paying your rent if you keep saying that.
I know. Like,
We give
can I get a
good pod.
sound bite? Could I get a sound bite of you saying that you give good pod?
I
Just
don't think that's
DM it
allowed
to me. I'll
anymore.
Venmo you $1,500.
Ah, shit. Fuck. Yeah.
Right?
Come in your khaki songs.
Oh no, it's
I
going to
have
be
it
in
stuck
there
in my
for a
head,
while.
too.
It's going to be
The way you said it at first, it was like kind of good.
yeah. I was like,
Kind of catchy.
I was like, is this a Nicki Minaj song?
Come in the khakis.
yeah.
Oh man,
I mean-
good title.
Right. Really strong.
Really strong.
Really strong.
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah, the three of us have a shared experience that we did for years.
Speaking of PTSD, I'm just kidding.
Both
we had a-
regulars on Kill Tony.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how we became friends.
Listen, it is how we became friends. We loved our experience with Kill Tony. It was just fucking hard to write a new minute a week.
Yeah.
And we did it for 2.5 years.
And also to
Yeah.
give you girls even more credit, you are the guinea pigs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
It's become a more refined thing now. Like even with like, you know, when we first started doing characters and stuff like that, it was brand new and people hated us.
Right.
Like every week they'd be like, get rid of the band. And now it's become like a big part of the show.
Right.
But like when the regulars thing was happening, you were the guinea pigs every single week. So that's even more pressure to figure out, like, especially also as younger comics, we're all like, oh, there's actually thousands of people listening or watching. That's so weird.
You don't realize it a lot of times. There's so
No.
many
until you go
podcasts
out
I
on
do.
the road.
Right.
Until you go out on the road and they're like, I heard you on this podcast, or I loved you on this, and you're like, oh yeah, the people are listening. It's not just like a number. They're real people who are enjoying this.
I feel like I've been in an empty room with just my friends for the last 7 years and no one's been listening. And then I'll do something like do mushrooms in Central Park and someone's like, Kim Congdon. And I'm like, no, I didn't know.
Okay, wait. No, this is the worst thing happened to
Don't
me.
freak out right now. It's just a nice listener who's just trying to say what's up.
This is what was my reaction. I went, hey. And he was like, oh, hi. And I was like, hey. And then I kept walking. The guy probably thinks I'm the rudest person ever. I was tripping balls.
Wait.
If you're listening to this and I saw you in Central Park, you had a puppy, such a cute puppy. What I should have done is been like, can I pet your puppy? But then because I was on
This
mushrooms,
guy,
I
this
had this
story.
weird, quick thought that I was like, he's a fan. What if I go to touch his dog and it doesn't want me around? And then
Yeah.
I seem weird. And then I was like, I got to run. And that's how mushrooms work.
well, you're making all the amends today, which is really nice.
Anything else you want to
really
get off
covering
your
the
chest?
bases, yeah.
Dude.
We've had some fights. I'm waiting for my apologies. No, I'm just kidding.
Bitch, if we haven't had some fights,
We've had
we
some
throw
fights.
apologies though. We apologize.
Yeah, but we like fight like
She said,
sisters,
yeah,
where
but-
it's like half apology, and you're like, I know she didn't mean it.
Yeah, we go sorry and we hug like this.
Yeah.
You put your heads together.
Yeah.
Like,
We
awkwardly.
wear one t-shirt for 5 minutes together.
Are we good now? All right, cool.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah,
This
we've
is
had
nice.
some definite well, I mean, when we were writing our script, that was
Oh, yeah.
it was truly a rough time in our lives.
Can I tell you, or rather ask you, right after the Apatow thing, and then I'll leave it at this. Did you think in
say
your
that.
head, were you like, got it?
No.
Like,
No.
Instantly we were like,
Oh my God. No.
The second I took the headphones back and he walked away, we were like,
You knew?
we made
Yeah.
a huge mistake.
We
Really?
knew.
I mean, we knew from the look in your eyes. Truly.
I know. Truly, it was the look in Jeremiah's eyes.
I swear to God,
we talk
it was
about it all the time.
Yes, it was a look in your eyes.
eyes
It was
were
like a
like-
dad who just caught his children fucking. Like, you look so disappointed and so nice, and the
And
worst
so
is like,
hurt.
And the worst thing is,
Yeah.
you look hurt.
Yeah.
Like we hurt you.
Yeah.
And the
Like-
worst thing is disappointing Jeremiah because he's so hard to disappoint.
Does seem like that. Okay, wait. I got recognized when I picked up my Prozac. That's the only time really I've been recognized. The pharmacist goes, I have your Prozac. Oh, Shank, big fan of your podcast.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The
and that
pharmacist?
was the pharmacist that tells me my Prozac. I see him every month.
That's hilarious. Well,
You
now
girls are making me sweat. I'm laughing so hard at all of this.
I'm sweating, but just because I was on that Vespa for so long.
How long was the ride over here?
10 minutes. But
Oh, okay.
when you're on a Vespa, it feels like an hour because you're like, every turn, you're like, I made it.
Are you already one of those Vespa owners who's like, it's a whole different experience. It's a whole different thing.
Listen, it's not
you wouldn't
like
understand.
It's not like Bird out here.
Have you ridden the Birds?
Yeah,
Those,
they're
those
terrifying.
automated scooters? Yeah,
Absolutely not.
I won't do them.
I'm scared of everything.
I did them. I rode them hammered.
I've
in
seen some
Austin.
girls eat it on those. Just
Eat-
completely wipe out.
They were
and
just eating each other
pavement.
out.
Yeah, they were eating each other's out.
I've
on
seen some girls
birds.
eat it on those. Wow, a lot of talent in LA now.
Yeah, dude. They're riding. They're electric. It's
Porn
crazy.
stars are getting into everything.
Hey, do you want to happen to me, Bert? Let's do it.
And I don't go on wheels unless I have to. I'm like very girly.
She's the least adventurous of the two of us.
I'm getting more adventurous.
Right. I mean, and I don't mean that as an insult.
Yeah.
She is also like does her makeup better and like has better clothes than me. But I'm like, let's roll in the mud.
And I'm like, absolutely not.
There was one time we were at 4th of July. We went to a picnic at 4th of July, and it was on a hill in a park somewhere in LA, and it was like the biggest hill. They had the longest slip and slide from the top of the hill, and then they had a bunch of floaties that you could. Am I sweating?
No. Well, you have one of the clamps?
Yeah.
Is it just like a? I just noticed that.
I'm clamping my finger because it feels good. I actually started doing this, and then I started wondering if I was autistic in the middle of the podcast. But
I don't know if that's a sign that you're on the spectrum. Just clamping
really, because I
your
really like to be
hands.
squeezed constantly.
I think that's just the love and affection that you need. Then you want to be touched all the time, maybe.
I am. Yeah, that is my love
She
language.
starts fully hugging herself.
this?
That's
Yeah, yeah.
love. I do.
That's your love
I
language.
used to tickle my own arm.
I learned that there's the 5 different love languages.
Isn't that sad?
You used to tickle your own what?
Yeah, like this at night.
Oh,
And then
really?
fall asleep.
Oh, well.
That's
I need a boyfriend.
Sad. That's dark.
It is sad. Anyway,
Calling all sugar daddies. Sugar daddies.
if you've got
sugar
enough
daddies.
savings for my rent for 2 years, hit me up. But yeah, we went. Sarah refused. It's so fun. If you see a slip and slide, Jeremiah, it's long, it's fun. There's water. There's
I love slip and
floaties.
slides.
Wouldn't you just instantly do it? It took me 40 minutes to convince her to go on it.
Okay, because
40.
I come from the perspective of this. I don't know how safe this is.
Everyone's
From
doing
like a
it.
Dewey Valley perspective, I'm like, I could snap my neck, never recover.
Who snaps their neck on a slip and slide?
I grew up in a different world than you. I don't wrestle gators, Kim.
Excuse
grew up-
me, sir. What are the rules for this slip and slide? I would like to see some protocol and some guidelines. It would be very much
This was
appreciated.
before Corona. Sarah's making everyone do it 6 feet apart. It was fucking annoying.
Back up.
You're right.
I don't want any.
And she does it once. She's like, that was so fun. I'm like, let's go again. She's like, no.
She
And I'm like,
literally does a dry run. It's not even wet. She's like, just like slowly.
she does it on the grass next to the slide.
Hey.
And me, I'm like head first, pushing kids out of the way.
Yeah.
Doing a running start,
Looking for
trying to do-
rocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to scrape
Yeah.
up a little.
Yeah.
That's not 4th of July if you don't bleed.
That's the most American thing I've ever heard you
Most
say.
Florida thing I've ever heard.
So yeah, I am.
I'm excited for this next segment, and I think you girls will be too.
Okay.
It's called Wig.
Okay, wait, do you have, what are we doing? Are
So-
we dressing? Okay, so I'll have you know, I've literally never put on a wig.
Girl, I am so excited right now. The
I've
first time in a
never-
girl's life when she puts a wig on is my show. Get out of here. Oh, okay, I'm so excited right now. So I got a
So
box
Jeremiah
of
gets
wigs.
canceled.
Just me being like, girl, I'm excited. Like, he said he's excited in a slightly feminine voice. Canceled.
I heard a minority in that voice.
No, you didn't, girl. No, you didn't. I promise you didn't, girl. I'm just excited to be here with you, bitches. Okay, so I've got a box of wigs, mustaches. You get to choose whatever you want, and then we figure out who these 3 people are together.
I've seen this on you before.
Yeah.
I would know, if I found this on the ground, I'd be like, I think Jeremiah's been here in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I kind of like this one.
That wig that you're holding right now, that is a wig that I owned in high school.
Don't try to push your wigs on me.
This is a wig you had in high school?
I've had that since high school.
This old ass wig.
Yeah.
I kind of like also want to try these on for different hairdos as well.
Can I get a mustache
Yep.
as well?
Yep.
they just
You
go
can
right on.
actually,
I'm definitely
you can
gonna-
actually keep the mustache. Yep, I'll let you keep it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know we were gonna get paid for this.
Big budget here on Jeremiah Wonders. Big budget.
It doesn't smell great. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I wouldn't go sniffing it.
I want this too. Can I have two?
Yep.
Or am I ruining the Jeremiah show budget? They're like, these girls really put me out. They took 2 mustaches
Okay,
each.
guys, this is the post show, and we had a lot of fun, but those bitches took more than one mustache, and it's really breaking the dollar bank on this show right now. Hey, Gage, if you're watching this, if you'll like just cut moments like of us getting ready and the prep going into it, then that would be perfect.
Thanks,
And then we
Gage.
can like do hard cut edits.
I like the
too.
name Gage.
That's a great name.
I
You
haven't
can
met
leave
that
that.
many
You can
people
leave
named
that in Gage if you want to stroke your own ego that you like your own
Is
name.
Gage hot?
He's so hot, Gage. You can leave that in too, buddy.
Gage, hit me up if you have 2 years worth of rent.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hey Gage, ask Hannah if you can pay Kim's rent for 2 years because you're a hottie, dude. And also leave
Hannah,
all
I'm
this
sorry.
in.
Hannah, I'm
also,
sorry. I didn't realize.
Hannah,
She's not sorry.
I like you a lot, and I would even say I love you and Gage, especially you two together.
Hannah, maybe you guys should get engaged.
Okay, cut that part out, but then also don't cut that part out. Just actually leave it in the edit, just so it's you feel that like I'm on your side, Gage, but leave it in just because to show the cattiness of these girls. I'm looking very much like an inventor of sorts for sure. And you look
Easily like a grandmother.
with a mustache.
Yeah, like you know those grandmas that they grow out their mustache, but their grandchildren aren't nice enough to tell them they have a mustache now.
Okay, so you can be an old lady with a mustache.
My name's Ethel.
Okay, perfect. Ethel, we got her. She's locked in, dialed in. Kim.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, me? I'm old Joe Congdon.
Joe Congdon.
Joe Congdon.
Okay, Joe Congdon.
I came from Florida, and I'm here from Florida, and I'm here to stay. I like it up here in Cali.
I forgot.
Oh, this is my bitch. This is my bitch. She gives good pod.
I give great cod and I make a great shortbread. Those are my
Shortbread's what I call her pussy. He's a very aggressive misogynist to command.
Well, let me see here. I'm just trying to
Hey, your fucking stash came off.
Now,
Your stash is on your mic.
Yeah, let me up.
I don't know my voice yet.
Here we go.
Should I change mine?
I think it's good. Joe
right.
Congdon.
Joe Congdon.
Okay.
Ethel needs work.
Ethel.
She hasn't found her voice
Where
yet.
are we though? Where are we? That'll help us a lot.
We're in an AA meeting.
Perfect. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. An AA meeting.
Who's the AA teacher?
My name is Ethel, and it's been 12 days since my last drink.
Hi,
Ethel.
Hey, Ethel. Sup? Nice titties. Sorry.
Thank you.
Easy.
My bad.
The last time I drank, I liquidated all my assets. I no longer own anything. I actually just own a shortbread and a cookie sheet that I have. I hope to get back in contact with my grandkids. I miss all their birthdays, and for some reason, I woke up with eyelashes in my shoes.
You got a man?
I have
I'll allow it.
okay. I have a man who may or may not still be talking to me because I liquidated all of our assets.
Just sexually harassing her.
I'll allow it. I haven't seen any action in this AA group in years. I've been running this thing for the last
What's your name?
27 years.
What's your name, dude?
Daryl.
Daryl, luckily for you, I go both ways.
Really?
Did you almost say Judd? Did you say Judd? Don't say that name around me. I went to war, and I don't like that name. Don't
Okay,
say the name Judd ever.
Okay, I'm sorry. I actually didn't say it, but no, I said my name's Daryl, and you swing.
Did you say Apatow?
No. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Ethel, you were just saying?
I was just saying I liquidated all my assets when I relapsed 12 days ago. I got rid of some things that meant a lot to me. My original lint roller. I had it for a very long time.
Lint rollers. They're so important, and they're just good fixtures to have in your life because when
There's
you
one time I was fucking this girl, right? Just giving to her like hammer style, and I got fucked up.
Yeah, and you roll the lint.
Yes,
and it's really good because sometimes you own a cat, and the cat
or sex.
Really, I mean, exactly. And it's one of those things.
Yeah, like pussy, like cat, like pussy. I be beating up the pussy. I beat it up.
Wrong meeting. Sex meeting. Wrong meeting.
Are you talking about the raw dogging term?
Raw dogging?
A raw catting? What is raw catting?
I don't know what raw catting is.
Joe, you might know what raw catting is.
I know something about a little raw puss in my life.
Go on, I'll allow it.
It's when you go and eat a cat, you don't cook it first. And you might think I'm talking about feline, but I'm talking about pussy, because guess what? All my pussy is broiled. I'm drunk right now, maybe, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because we're all here working on ourselves every damn day. My shit's sweating.
You like to cook your vagina?
Who said Judd Apatow? I don't like that name.
I literally I did not even say Judd. I did not say Apatow. I didn't say any of it.
All right, let's move on then.
Okay, so as you were saying.
So as I was saying, I can't find my lint roller. I think I threw it out in a drunken stupor.
Mm-hmm.
My grandkids haven't talked to me. It's not that I don't want to talk to them. It's that they don't want to talk to me because
very sad.
It's probably hard for them not to look at those sweet fucking titties.
I'll allow it. Keep
I think
I've been in the industry for a long time. I got this.
I'd like to get through
Joe,
my.
who are you talking to?
I can't.
Ethel, go on, Ethel.
So, what was Ethel even talking
try
about?
your best to not intervene with these sexual conquests, okay? She's trying to tell her story, but I've warned you. It better not happen again, Joe.
So, yeah, I got drunk off of the old margarita.
Mm-hmm. As we all have.
As we all have. With a little salt on the rim, and the next thing I knew, I was no longer able to crochet the way I used to.
I bet those hands could jerk me off nice and pretty, though.
Oh, wow. That was a big A to Z right there. Crochet to hands jerking off.
Yes.
Yeah.
We skipped from A to Z. My stash is so sweaty. I'm out of character. I'm sorry. Ethel with the stash is not for me.
When she pulled off the stash, a drip of sweat flew.
That's not true.
Yeah, 100%. Rewind it, slow it down, zoom it in, Gage.
We should, anytime somebody is done with a bit, you should be like, I'm sorry. I'm out of character. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I truly never pretended like this, though. I gotta let you know. I don't do characters.
How's it feel?
I feel like I should apologize to Sarah, and I shouldn't have said those things. And that probably I've been through a lot.
No, that was your character. You're just dirty Joe.
You're right. Come here. Let me finger you.
All right, I'll allow it.
All right. Well, that was the wig segment.
Woo! The wig segment.
That was fun. I'm sorry I'm so bad at improv.
No, it was great. I mean, it took it sexual. I mean, it was fun. She was the person who was trying to get out her story, and you were trying to get in your thing.
Get in your dick.
Right.
All right.
When you use the bathroom, you always close the door behind you, right? Well, you don't want random passerbyers looking in on you, so why would you let people look in on you when you go online? Using the internet without ExpressVPN is like going to the bathroom and not closing the door. Did you know that your internet service provider like Comcast or Verizon knows every single website you visit? Ooh. And what's worse is they can sell this information to ad companies and tech giants who will use your data to target you. ExpressVPN puts a stop to this. It creates a secure, encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet so that your online activity can't be seen by anyone. You can use ExpressVPN on all your devices. It works on everything, phones, laptops, even routers. So everyone who shares your Wi-Fi can still be protected even if they don't have ExpressVPN. And the best part is, using ExpressVPN is as easy as closing the bathroom door. You just fire up the app, click one button, and you're protected. Whoa, that sounds like a fun plan to me, Jeremiah. ExpressVPN is the world's #1 rated VPN by CNET, Wired, The Verge, and countless others. So if you're like me and believe your online activity is your business, secure yourself by visiting expressvpn.com/Sax today. Use my exclusive link, EXPRESS, VPN.com/Sax, and you can get an extra 3 months free. That's Express expressvpn.com/Sax. Get some. Jeremiah Wonders is brought to you by TalkSpace. Change is constant, and these days there's something new and unprecedented to grapple with every single day. It's a lot. You got to talk it out with someone, and TalkSpace is on a mission to make therapy affordable and accessible for all. I've been to couples therapy with my wife. It's not necessarily fun, but it's very worthwhile. It's kind of like going to the gym. Sometimes you don't like to do it, but you know you need to do it. TalkSpace is what we all need right now. Online therapy. They'll match you with a licensed therapist who you can reach out to 24/7. That's right. Whenever something's on your mind, you can text them. Get daily responses 5 days a week. Is that true? That's better than Tinder. And there are other benefits to online therapy. It's affordable. TalkSpace is a fraction of the cost of in-person therapy. 1 month on TalkSpace costs about the same as a single in-person appointment. Wow. And once you're in their network, you will have access to thousands of therapists. So maybe you don't like one, you can match up with a different one. Pretty cool. They have experience treating a range of issues: depression, anxiety, substance abuse, relationships, food, and more, stuff that we all struggle with at different times. We all need someone to talk to, and TalkSpace wants to give us the licensed support we deserve at a price we can afford. Match with your perfect therapist at Talkspace.com or by downloading the app. Get $100 off your first month with code SAX. That's code SAX to get $100 off your first month at Talkspace.com. Now let's get back into this episode of Jeremiah Wonders.
Let's get into this next segment. It's called Fanning Out.
Fanning out. Questions from fans.
He pulls up a photo of Judd Apatow.
We love
What do you
him.
think of this man right here? I reached out to people online. They reached right back, and I said, you know, if you could ask Kim or Sara Weinshenk any questions, what would they be? Or maybe even provide some characters or scenes, and this is what they reached back with. I like this question. We mentioned a low point story in your careers, what you found anxiety from. So I think it'll be a good inverse question from Dr. Bubble Bluefish. Asks, what are your favorite personal success stories?
Ooh.
Personal success stories. I mean, like,
I can think of yours easier than I could think of mine.
mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you wrote on True TV, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a success.
Yeah, you're a writer on Impractical Jokers for a while.
Yeah. You know what it is? I think as a comedian, do you do this? Do you not give yourself enough credit ever?
I think a good majority of people do that, or people who are just striving to be more all the time. You sometimes forget, like, oh, I've done some cool stuff.
Right.
I think that we're sometimes hard on ourselves. I think it's really hard during these weird pandemic times to get real down on ourselves, and you have to go back through the Rolodex and be like, no, everything's fine.
I feel like I need to write a list of my accomplishments because I forget.
I think that's why people do. Some people do this. I do this. Maybe not many people do this. This is what I do. Every year, I make a goals list. Now, I used to be hard on myself where some of them were so unrealistic, whereas I would get really down on myself had I not completed them.
Right.
So I started getting a little bit more specific rather than, or
You being like, I'm going to
book this specific thing. It was more, I'd pull out and be like general, like get better at this, work on this.
Because from that, you'll book that specific thing.
Right. So I started doing that, and I started feeling way better about myself, because all of us as comedians are always hard on ourselves because we're only as good as our last set, like in our heads. So if we bomb or whatever.
And my last set was in a fucking window, so.
I love that window set. I love a window set. I gotta be honest.
Sets, I'm not gonna lie.
Like the window sets in the OR. That's how they call it the fish tank, because we're literally performing behind glass for people on patios right now. For people who are out of state listening or watching this,
We've never been
that's
more
how we've been doing it in LA.
We've never been monkeys more than now.
Oh, then right now.
Yeah.
We're literally like laughs.
Yeah,
The other day I was in the window and I was like, hello, can you guys listen? I was like, if you guys are not watching the window set, why don't you just go to the back where the TV's on and drink and talk?
Yeah. This is my time.
Right. I was like, hello, respect me. I'm in a window. But it's hard to remember.
It's easy to be hard on yourself. So but I think that if you take a moment, sometimes it's good for us to be like, no, I'm good. Like I've been working on this stuff, and this stuff has happened, so maybe that triggers something for either of you where you're like, okay, I'm pretty happy about this story. Because it could be something of something, how something happened organically as well, not just like an achievement.
I mean, I'm like proud that I've been able to do my podcast for 2 years by myself, because for so long I felt like I was like always waiting for something outside of me to happen.
It's freaking hard.
And it's so really hard to do it every week. Some weeks you're just like, I don't want to do it. But I've been doing it for 2 years. So I guess that's not like a huge accomplishment because a lot of people have podcasts.
It's hard to do a podcast and one by yourself.
Yeah.
And your podcast is killing it right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. So that I guess would be my accomplishment.
That's a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
For me, I think that it's not like a specific thing. I think the thing that I'm most proud of is like that I just kept going, because it's so it'll make me cry. It's so hard to be told no for 7 years in a row. Even now, like and when you do comedy, like you're really putting like, these are like, you're talking about things that are so important to you and like things that you really think are funny or whatever it is. And then, and you're writing these things that you really care about and you think are going to be TV shows. And then someone goes, great, keep going, and walks away, and you have to think about it for 5 years. That Apatow story is just like a small thing of like how it all is for years. That's how it is. It's just like trying things, being told no, being turned down. And then in your other ear, people are like, no, you can do it. Keep going. And you're like, but I am. And it's just.
Yeah, and in the meantime, you're missing out on like your people who you thought were your friends that you went to college with, like these life events that are happening. You're like, oh, sorry, I missed your child's baptism. Don't give a fuck. But sorry, I missed that.
Oh, you
like
miss weddings. You miss, like, everything.
You miss birthday parties. You miss all of that stuff because you've chosen this career that has so many peaks and valleys.
Totally. So yeah, I guess the thing I'm most proud of is just not quitting, because it's so easy. It would have been the way that I could have just quit and become a rich housewife, and I could just have 2 kids right now in a big house and on the beach, and like I could have done that easily. And then no, I'm just here in the window. Not here. That was rude. I'm just here doing Jeremiah's podcast. You know what I mean?
It's a really grounding experience, Jeremiah, to freaking sit here and try on wigs with a grown man who's just lapping.
I just turned 30 and I just wore a wig and a mustache with you. You know, like I should have kids. Whew. So yeah, just not quitting, honestly.
Yeah, just not quitting. I agree on that. And also just like there's been so many fun moments, like going to festivals, so fun.
Totally.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah, I know you feel that non-quitting thing, because I expected to see you
quit years ago.
Be like the next Jim Carrey 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's that's very nice of you to say. It's every year is a more and more humbling experience, because it's one of those things where the people who I look up to as comics, the only thing that they have been telling me, they're like, keep doing exactly what you're doing. I'm like, that's a very nice note, but it's also one of the hardest notes to hear, because it's not necessary direction. It's just like, you're doing your thing. Like, it's just going to take, but you
can slowly see it happening too. If something's happening, you can see the traction a little bit. And it starts with like what's going on around your friends too. You start seeing it around your company, where like, in the beginning of stand-up, I had
your company.
Yeah, I had people. And when I first started stand-up, I had people that I thought of as heroes that now I look and I'm like, I know them as people. I don't.
Yeah.
Then you're like, sort of, some people you pass and you're like, wow, I used to just go to the comedy store and then be like, this guy's a headliner. And now I'm like, I don't even see, it's not that relationship anymore. So you see yourself growing, because you become like, you start like standing next to your peers instead of like behind them.
Sure.
But yeah, I get that note a lot too. Just keep doing the same thing, and you're like, God damn it! Can I get another
tired?
note? Yeah,
like, I'm fucking tired.
You did that recent. You did your HBO Latina special. Mm-hmm. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. It was really fun.
It was super cool to see. I was like, yeah. Anytime I see friends, like, I never understand the mentality of stand-ups. Like when they're like, how come I didn't, like, who books that, or how come I didn't get that? It's like, dude, just be happy for them. Like, if any of us are getting anything, it's such a huge accomplishment, because everything is so difficult out here in general.
Also, it means it's in your company.
Yeah.
That means that you're next. I want to see every single person I like in my comedy class start making it, because then I'm like, now we're all making it.
Yeah.
Great.
And that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird when people get jealous that someone else books something, but those are people that are never going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
This comes from Pretty Trash _1.
It's me.
Pretty trash.
It's me.
How did Kim survive dating the Puerto Rican rattlesnake? 2, do they think you are more of a man than Luis J. Gomez after winning the slap boxing match.
Hilarious.
Did anything in your mind shift about me after you saw that video?
Well, to be honest,
throat clearing.
no. Because I popped Lewis a few times quick. No, I'm just kidding. He's really easy to get, you know? I swear I've never hit Leto, so you can ask him. I threatened him to say no.
He's cowering.
Yeah, he's like, no, she's never hit me. No, I actually wasn't shocked. Something about you like being so like lanky and improv-y and moving so much on stage. I was like, Lewis is like a little slower. Oh man, he's gonna take back this rent I got for 2 years. I'm gonna get an invoice for it after this. But it didn't surprise me. I was like, this makes sense that you would slap him. Your arms are so long.
You're limmy.
You be moving your eyes. You do 70 things at one time.
You're like Gumby.
Yeah, dude. You are. You're like Stretch Armstrong.
Yes.
You were actually at another club when you slapped him at the stand.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Let's see. Slot Pocket comes with this question. Where did Sarah's impeccable aesthetic / style come from?
Just wearing really weird shit growing up.
Okay.
Just
So
not.
you've always dressed like in a unique way.
Yeah, I've just always been weird. In middle school and stuff, I was weird, and I just tried every look.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would put things together. I remember I had like I was fat and I had snakeskin bell bottoms with like rhinestones on them that I would wear all the time. Like I would wear like fur trimmed collars, just crazy shit.
Wow. You cut up your Furbies and just like paste them to your
just real crazy shit. But no, I've always just loved fashion and I like vintage fashion. So just kind of experimenting, putting things together, and also being poor helps you get innovative with clothes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, checking out like the
thrift
different
stores.
spots. Yeah,
you're literally
That one spot.
Yeah,
the Sunday spot.
that one spot though.
There's a Sunday spot. We're not going to say the location, but you can get things for $1.
I used to go with Jamar too. Yeah.
Oh,
and you get good shit. I've gotten some of my favorite outfits from that spot for $1 a piece.
Oh wow.
Yeah, digging.
I've probably been with Jamar to this place. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
We've
probably.
done a lot of thrift store shopping over the years.
He loves thrift store shopping.
He loves it.
Yeah.
It's so fun knowing comedians for so long.
It is.
It's like a weird, interesting bond.
Yeah.
Have you ever been somewhere where you're not with comedians? Or like you're doing a show by yourself and you're with comedians that you don't really know, which is a very weird feeling. Mm-hmm. And then you see one that, you know, even if you're not very close to them. Yeah.
You gotta eat lunch.
Yeah. Even if you're not super close, but you're like, oh, it's us,
Oh no,
the family.
we reciprocate because it's like we have our home base and we have our groups of friends or whatever. But like if you're out of town, it's a lifeline to feeling normal again. And you're like,
yes,
we should hang out. It's like I've a handful of times hung out with comedians for the first time out of town because it's more convenient and we're both like, yeah, why haven't we hung out yet? Like, let's just do this.
Yeah.
So,
That's some of the best friendships too, is when you're like on the road and then you just hang out and get drinks after a show.
honestly, that road podcast that we did, me, you,
Incredible.
and Lewis, was so fun.
So fun.
You'll have to check it out. It's an old Jeremiah Wonders episode with
I
me.
still go back and
Kim
watch that.
Luis J. Gomez. It's just like it's literally just three friends in a car being idiots while driving, and it's just fun.
And I look so high the whole episode.
Well, you just smoked.
Yeah, it was really, really,
You
really
and Lewis
good
just
episode.
smoked at that gas station right before we went on that long
She
drive.
smoked in a gas station.
Where was that coming from?
Sal's.
Wedding.
Yeah, Sal's wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I wouldn't sleep with Lewis.
Yeah.
And we were staying in the same place.
Yeah.
We talked about it. Yeah.
It was the best.
He had to go jerk off in the toilet in the bathroom.
Okay.
All right, that's enough. I'm out of characters right now.
I'm out of character.
I'm out of
A
character.
crumbled mustache in my hand.
This is an interesting question. At Jeremy Joe Mills asks on Twitter, what story have you been waiting for the right time to tell about your time at Kiltony?
We just got so quiet.
I wasn't expecting that.
Me neither.
Maybe we could probably talk about the Iron Patriot. That was an issue.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had
Do we even
I mean, we can't say his name too many times because he will pop up.
Yeah.
the Iron Patriot?
But he was an issue.
little
What did he start being really creepy, right?
He took all my photos offline and started making videos of like telling my jokes in his costume, and it was like that was probably that was a lot.
The Kill Tony thing was a lot, but I don't feel like we have any like crazy secrets about Kill Tony.
No.
Like there's not. We would just show
That's
up.
a pretty
do
good
our
one
minute.
right there. The Iron Patriot one. That's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, he besides the Iron Patriot wanting to wear Sarah's skin.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be it.
Yeah.
I mean, we would also write together a lot and help each other, which was really cool to have that.
We would definitely help each other. Our minutes were never written solely by us. We would help each other write each other's minutes. And
That's
I
just
honestly
cool,
think that I write better when I'm writing for someone else. Like a lot of times we'd meet up
Kind
and
of
I'd
the
be
writer's room mentality.
Yeah, I was like, I'll write your joke and you write my, and Sarah, because it's easier to go like, Sarah, you like this, you like this, you like this, because
Sometimes
it's the
you need
same thing
somebody
as your
else's-
accomplishments. You don't
Right.
think about them when they're your own.
Sure.
And the same thing with jokes is like, oh, I didn't realize my family did this, or that I always talk about this. And Sarah's really good at being like, Kim, you love to do this. And it was a lot better to almost write each other's minutes. We almost weekly wrote each other's minutes.
Yeah. So we would help each other out a lot.
That's cool.
Yeah. And that's how we became really good friends because we got to know each other so well.
Through trauma of having to do this
Yeah.
every Monday morning, being like, did you write yours? And I'm like, no, I've had 6 days
Yeah.
and I haven't
I
done.
put it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah.
We put it off until Monday morning.
For the historical and fictional roasts, what I do is I'll get together a group of friends and we'll go to Denny's and I'll literally do a writers meeting and we'll all pitch roast jokes and the best ones stay and those are the ones that I perform and we're all just like riffing and whatever
fun.
sticks. It's the best.
So fun.
Yeah. I like to get a Google Doc, invite a friend over for a joint and just riff.
There you go.
Google
Favorites.
Doc.
Yeah.
I love a Google Doc. Let me tell you.
doesn't?
Google Doc?
Don't even
Wet
get me
as
started
fuck.
on that.
They figured it out.
Where is it?
Oh, here we go.
Where is it?
Here we go.
DJ got
the
us
middle, in
fallen.
the middle.
DJ got us fallen. How do I?
Just lift.
I'm wet for a Google Doc. I'm wet for a Google Doc. Yes, I'm wet for a Google Doc.
Google Docs got me wet every day and every night.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you trying to get into a fight? That's right. That's my Google Doc. Yes, my pussy's tight.
Hey.
I'm wet for a Google Doc. Google Doc. Wet
Google
for a Google Doc.
Sorry, I don't
You
know.
know, Jeremiah, you need 3 of these. I'm feeling very left out. You guys have. I'm so upset.
I'm
no, you can't.
sorry.
We got that doc. That Google Doc. Oh my God, there's so many.
You sound like an angel.
Hello.
Google Doc.
Ooh, he's got a Beach Boys one.
Hello. Oh, whoa. Oh, hello. It's me, Kim Congdon, looking for a Google Doc. Google Doc. Google Doc.
We're gonna get you a Google sponsorship.
Google Doc is in my butt.
They're like sponsor and rescind. Let's do this last segment. It is a fun one. It is called Sax Talk. Sax Talk. All right, so on Sax Talk, basically what's going to go down is I'm going to play some sweet sax while you tell a story of a sexual encounter. It can be as innocent or as graphic as you would like, and I'll fill in the gaps with this sax. So if either of you are ready, we'll start with you.
With me?
Either one.
Okay. So the first time I felt like I was singing. The first time when I was in high school, I was dating this guy, and it was the first time he went down on me. We were in his room, and this was in high school where I like didn't want to show my body because I was super nervous, even though I had the best body then. So I was like, we had all the lights off type thing, right? Curtains closed, lights off, door closed. He's going down on me. We're having a great time. And this motherfucker stops going down on me. And when he flicks the light on, he has blood all over his face. Right. So I'm freaking out because I'm like 17 years old. I'm like, oh my God, I just started my period on this dude's face. Like, I don't even, at this point, I still hide my tampons from boys. Like, I'm so embarrassed of my period. And he didn't realize yet. It was like blood, like all right here, like under his nose. He didn't even realize yet. So I had to tell him. And then he wiped his nose, and then we both realized that I didn't get my period, but I gave him a nosebleed with my vagina. And that's it.
Ooh, girl, you got a strong vag. You put him in that leg lock and just gave him a nosebleed?
Yeah, it was like a Jeff Ross Attell tour, but it was called Bumping Pussies.
Bumping pussy.
That's good. That's strong. Solid stuff. All right. Shank, whenever you're ready,
Okay,
I'll follow along with
let's
you.
see. This happened to me in college. My boyfriend bought me pepper spray, and I got wasted and decided to fuck around with the pepper spray, as you do, and I just kept spraying it everywhere, all over my hands, everywhere. And later on, I had forgotten that I sprayed pepper spray all over my hands.
Oh, no.
And I gave my boyfriend a blowjob. Give him a blowjob, and I got pepper spray all over his dick. So he started screaming, and he lived in a fraternity house. And everyone in the fraternity house got involved. His roommate came in with some milk, and we threw that on his dick.
Oh my God.
And that's it.
Now he got that milk dick.
Pepper spray, blowjob.
Yes. I did
Pepper
that.
spray, blowjob, and bloody head. I think we found the title of that episode.
Wow. These girls are cool. I mean,
these girls are cool.
Just at first here, this is what I'm thinking as a guy is happening. At first, we're just excited for a blowjob in general, right?
Right.
And then, sometimes there's like a tingling or, something that's out of the ordinary that you're like, oh, that's a little different tonight. Mm-hmm. But then it's just got to ramp up like crazy where it's like, yeah, a little spicy.
You're like, God damn, did she eat Indian before this?
She munch on some cilantro? What's going on? And then it just, how far along into this was he like, okay, get off of me. Like, what is happening?
Probably, we were wasted because I was in college. Uh-huh. So probably like 10 minutes into it. It was like 10 minutes into it.
I can see where you got the other dorm involved then, because it's like at that point it's so
he's
in there.
Screaming, holding his dick.
How long before was he just like, this is all? Did he like try to power through like, this is great? This is so good.
It was like fine at first, but then also I remember like I didn't know why he was screaming, and then I realized, oh yeah, the pepper spray. The pepper spray that I fucked around with before I gave you a blowjob.
Because I'm a savage.
Yeah.
Ratchet.
That's right.
Wow. That's amazing. Those were amazing sex talk stories.
Thank you.
That was perfect. You two have been a pleasure to have on the show, and I just don't say that willy-nilly. But I'd love for you to plug anything that you have coming up right now where people can find you and stuff like that, because I have not laughed like this on a podcast in a minute. You really freaking cracked me up today.
Thank you. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Princess Shank. That's princess like normal, and then another SHENK. You can subscribe to my podcast Shank, SHENK, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and check out my Comedy Central series Shanks for Smoking. That's it.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram and TikTok at Kim Congdon. And also listen to my podcast, Broad Topics. That's BROADTOPIX. And you can find that on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, anywhere that you find podcasts, including the Gas Digital Network. You can go to gasdigitalnetwork.com and use promo code TOPICS. I lied. Promo code BROAD for a 14-day free trial.
Heck yeah. Well, I hope that we can do some more spots and stuff soon.
So fun, dude.
And hang out, but this was so fun. And we just want to say one more thing to Judd Apatow. We love you, and thanks for watching.
We love you, Judd.
We love you. Sorry about that parking lot thing.